Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Coach Elizabeth Washera and I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you. So today, as you can see from the title, I want to talk about a situation that most of us have probably experienced or will experience in our lifetime, and that is being in an embarrassing situation. This is whether it's saying the wrong thing, saying it something in the wrong way, doing something that you didn't intend to do, or just mistakenly doing something that turns out to be embarrassing. I believe most of us have been there, and it's quite a situation, yeah. And this video was inspired by a situation I was in recently. I was in an embarrassing situation, and mine was it was a formal video call. Yeah, and it was a group of people that we were talking about something that we have a common interest. And the trainer asked a question, and these are one of those trainings where there is no right or wrong answers. And so the person who responded before me had quite a different perspective, and I was compelled to share my perspective. So I unmuted, and my nervousness crept in. My voice was shaking. I was talking as if I was half crying, half talking, yeah. And by the time I was done, I was so embarrassed. Yeah, even remembering it right now, it makes me cringe. But yeah, so that was my situation. But I was able to overcome it really after, because it was a short response. So after some time, I wasn't able to concentrate. Then I remembered at the back of my mind some of the tools I had learned to deal with embarrassment, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. So for my situation, what I did, I took a deep breath and realized that situation had already happened, and decided once the session was over, I was going to find out what really was the cause of that, me being nervous. And when I did a reflection, I realized that I had given the person who had responded before me so much power that I didn't think my perspective meant something. I didn't think that having an opposing perspective to somebody I respected was right. So it was some form of, am I really good enough? And then when that thought came in, then it struck my anxiety, and I started to become nervous, and that's how I ended up with that shaky voice. So one of the tools is to take a deep breath, especially if you're in a presentation, whether it's online or in person. Number two, you can apologize if it's something that you say that was not really right. Like if you said something embarrassing or something wrong or used a wrong tone, you can stop a little bit, apologize before you continue with your presentation. Number three, if it's something that you have done, as if it's in a social setting and you do something embarrassing and you're in a position to excuse yourself, then you can excuse yourself and then go compose yourself and take a deep breath and forgive yourself before going back to the event. And ultimately, it's to be able to forgive ourselves and learn that it is a situation, not a label. Yeah, now repeat that. It is a situation, not a label. We are not an embarrassment. We just did an embarrassing thing or said something embarrassing. So it is a situation. It's temporary. It does not define us. And most of the time, we are stuck in our head thinking that people will remember this forever. People are just thinking about themselves so much they will not even remember. And I'll give an example of a celebrity because they have a global platform. Yeah. So when a celebrity does something, it trends for 2, 3 days, and then something else happens and we have forgotten and we have moved on. It's the same thing with your situation. Yeah. So if you're in an embarrassing situation, just forgive yourself and apologize to those that it may have affected if you can. But most importantly, forgive yourself because embarrassing situations are bound to happen in our lifetime. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Until next time, bye bye. And please subscribe to my channel.